Hello guys, Arkan here. I just want to take some time to tell you guys that we have a Patreon set up for the channel. It's an additional way you can support us. So I will put the link in the YouTube cards and in the description. Thanks for checking it out and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello guys, Arkand here. I am the darkness in the light, the flower on the wall, and the resplendent nightfall. Welcome back to Deers and Deckards. This time I will be doing Siggy's solo route, where you date Siggy only. The videos to this route will be in the playlist in the description of this video. So with that, we'll be dating Siggy for now. So this is the branching point where you date both of them or either one of them. So we'll be dating Siggy only for now. My heart breaks a little for Sigmund. They both look at you expectantly. Your response can now send ripples into the cosmos. Perhaps I need to think about this.
It seems we've put you in an imposition.
What do you mean, we? You're trying to steal my boyfriend.
Sigurd, I'm not stealing anything. We just both happened to ask Devin at the same time.
Maybe I should go. No. Siggy tackles you and holds you in place.
Now, Sigurd, be nice and let go of our guest.
It's fine. Like I said earlier, I just need some time to think about it. So you're not leaving? Only if you keep making this awkward.
Sorry about that. This is no way to treat a guest in our home. If you boys are hungry, food's ready.
Siggy's stomach groans are so loud, you can hear it from across the room.
Yeah, I could eat.
The aroma of the freshly prepared meal makes your mouth water.
Me too.
As you enter the kitchen, the smell of fresh garlic bread roasting in the oven hits you at full force.
Garlic bread. All right, boys, grab a plate.
Sigmund piles a large serving of pasta and fresh sauce onto each of your plates. A pile of crunchy pieces of bread sit in the center of the table. Without further delay, you all grab a piece of bread and swirl a large wad of pasta onto your forks and take a bite.
Tasty, huh?
Yes, this is super good.
There's more where that came from.
Dad?
What? I'm just trying to show our guest what benefits he might have if he were to go out with this old man.
No fair.
All is fair in love and war.
This sauce is really good.
True.
Siggy stuffs his mouth full of crunchy bread as he seems to be on the verge of tears. There's one piece of bread left on the plate. Siggy's hand snatches it in a flash before either of you can react. You really wanted that last piece. As if Siggy can read your mind, he drops it off on your plate. Here, you can have the last piece.
Aww.
He's our guest.
What
was that?
Nothing.
You quietly enjoy the last piece of bread, savoring it to the last bite. Thanks, that was delicious.
I'm glad you liked it.
And thank you for the last piece of bread. I could eat an entire loaf of that. Oh, me too.
All right. Well, how about we take a few minutes to let the food settle and get a quick workout in?
Sounds like a plan. Do you want me to spot you? Sure.
Hey.
Sorry, he asked first. You can't help but notice how cute the older dragon's tail is when he's pouting. During your short rest, Siggy makes some after-dinner tea. This is really good.
Thanks, it's chrysanthemum tea.
Like the yellow flower? Yes, it's made from their dried flowers. It's naturally sweet, but you can always add some more honey if you'd like. I think this is pretty good as is. Same.
What are you two going on about?
I was just telling Devin about this tea.
Psh, flowers? You dry up any plant and soak it in hot water and it's tea.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Does that make coffee a tea? Huh, I guess by that definition, yeah, it would.
Absolutely not. Coffee is beans that are roasted and ground. but it's still a plant that you dried up and then soaked in hot water. Whatever. You two ready to work out or what? You and Siggy share a quick laugh before finishing the rest of your tea. Yeah, let's go. You find yourself once again in the Deckards' home gym. The events of last week are still fresh on your mind. Your cheeks burn as you look forward to seeing the muscular dragons on display. Heh, ready to work up a sweat? I think it's already warm in here. They're both looking right at you as they wink. Alright boys, let's keep it friendly. Oh, I'm plenty friendly. Back off, I already called spotting him. Whatever, I'm using the free weights anyways. You all begin with a pre-workout stretch before moving to opposite sides of the room. Siggy is already blushing as he waits for you behind the weight bench. Sigmund picks up a couple of dumbbells and starts on a set of bicep curls. You catch yourself staring at the daddy dragon's bulging muscles before you feel a hand on your shoulder. You ready? Yeah. Siggy grins at you while you lay back against the flat bench, careful not to hit anything with your antlers. The bar is already racked with the same weights you benched last time. Your roommate stands at the ready, his muscular thighs to your left and right. As you grab the bar, Siggy's hands brush against your wrists as you prepare to unrack the bar. You begin to pump the heavy weights up and down above your chest as the younger dragon looks on. He is in the perfect position to ogle you as you continue your set. After a solid 15 reps, you feel your muscles start to strain as you set the rack back onto the bars. Ooh, I'm feeling the burn already. Well, you were already hot to begin with. Heh. Hey, why don't you spot me? Sure. Let's make room for Devin. Whoa? The older dragon ushers his son aside and gestures for you to stand behind the bar. As you get into position, Sigmund loads 2 more heavy plates onto the bar. He leans down onto the bench and slides his head under the bar and parks it right against your crotch. Oops. You blush as his nose nuzzles against your crotch. Are you working out or what? Yes, just getting lined up. Hehe. Sigmund grabs the bar and you hold your hands near them ready to assist. The daddy dragon pulls the steel right off the hooks and pumps a smooth set of bench presses with the extra weight. Your own arms ache even more just watching him. He sets the bar back into the rack with a loud clank. Enjoying the gun show? Sigmund flexes his bulging biceps at you. You wish yours looked as good as mine. Siggy makes his point by striking a pose and flexing his impressive muscles. You laugh and shake your head at both the dragons. You're both plenty attractive. That's not going to be the deciding factor. Oh? Well then what will? Dad, he said he needs to think about it. And I'm just trying to give him some more to think about. Let's just finish working out. What? You call dibs on spotting him? Alright, Sigmund. I enjoy the enthusiasm, but I'm with Siggy here. Let's finish working out. With a long sigh, Sigmund acquiesces and finishes the rest of his sets without showing off too much. To be fair to Siggy, you spot him on the bench and watch as he easily handles the same amount of weight as his father. Even though Sigmund is larger, Siggy appears to be denser and stronger than his dad. He didn't even break a sweat as he finished his set. The rest of your workout flies by as you focus on your arms and shoulders. Things have cooled off between Siggy and his dad by the end of it. Your hands and upper back ache and you have worked up a bit of a sweat. Devin, why don't you shower first? Sounds good. Sigurd the gentleman. Heh. Well, I didn't learn it from you. You can't help but chuckle at Siggy's comeback. Alright, try not to be at each other's throats before I'm done. The spacious bathroom looks unchanged from your last visit. You turn on the shower and chuckle at what happened in the gym. Those two are very much fighting for your attention, but you have to wonder what that relationship would unfold. You've only dated once before, and it didn't even last a year. You wanted to move to attend university, and he left to work on a farm run by his aunt and uncle. It was a mutual breakup, and you haven't thought much about it since you were focused on your studies. He was the same age as you, and so is Siggy. You remember the first time you met Siggy. The adorable oaf was knocking on the door across the hall, wondering why his key wouldn't work. You explained that it was a janitor's closet and that the room he was looking for was actually yours. Since then, he stuck to you like a lost puppy. You found yourself staring at him a lot, and never said anything when he decided to just laze around the dorm in just his underwear. The two of you bonded over months of video games until you picked up some of the same classes. After that, you found yourself spending even more time helping him study. During all of this, you never once heard him say anything bad about his dad. Siggy is a really great guy. He'd make a great boyfriend for anyone. But then again, you've always had a thing for older guys like Sigmund. It's mostly physical, but you always found it easier to talk with more mature guys. Sigmund seems like a really sweet guy, but you don't really know him that well. Still, you feel yourself getting flustered thinking about how much this older dude wants to shack up with a young buck such as yourself. There's a lot to consider, but maybe you are overthinking things. Perhaps it is better to live in the moment and go with your gut instead of bouncing between a lengthy list of pros and cons. You realize that you need to wrap up your shower soon or else there might not be enough hot water for the dragons. Quickly scrubbing and rinsing, you make it out in time. You find yourself a clean towel and thoroughly dry your fur. Donning your shorts, you make your way out from the bathroom and back down the hall. I'm done. Perfect timing. Alright, let's go rinse off. Feel free to watch some TV or whatever. Thanks. The television is already playing a documentary about old occult groups. You have seen this series before, but not this episode. This is one of your favorite personal interests with occult practices and metaphysics. As the show started to get good, it cut to a commercial break. Book your next vacation at the Dreamer Island Resort. You chuckle at the advertisement made up of stereotypical clips of beautiful people running in slow motion down a beach while a handsome snow leopard listed all the luxury amenities they offered. As you finish the episode, Siggy and Sigmund return. I feel refreshed. Me too. So what now? Want to play video games? How about we play a card game or something? You're always playing video games. When's the last time you played a board game or something with your old man? You got pretty upset the last time I kept winning, so maybe that's why we haven't played in a while. What? I wasn't upset. You called me a cheater. Because you are. This is why I don't play games with you anymore. I'm fine with playing a card game. Okay, but don't be surprised if Dad acts like a sore loser. I do not. We shall see. You all sit around the coffee table and pull out a deck of colorful cards. Alright, this game is called Stage 9. Have you played before? No, I haven't. It's pretty easy. We each draw 10 cards from the shuffle deck. Each stage ends when you run out of cards in your hand. Each turn, you draw a card from the deck or discard pile. After that, you can complete the stage if you have the correct combination of cards. If you don't have the required cards, you just discard a single card from your hand. The stages are on the back of the card, so the first stage is to lay down 3 pairs of matching numbers. Sounds easy enough. Okay, I'll go ahead and deal. The deck is shuffled and everyone is dealt their hand. Siggy, you never mentioned playing card games before. Well, since we got a video game console, I rarely play card games anymore. Video games will rot your brain. Have you ever played any video games? Of course I have. I'm not that old. Oh? What did you play? I grew up with arcade games. I love classics like Munchman and Rocket Base Defense. I also used to play the fighting games too until I broke a machine when I lost at a tournament when I was a teenager. I told you he was a sore loser. That's fine. I really learned patience since having a kid. You adopted me though. Yep, and it took about a year for me to stop regretting it. What? I'm just kidding. Sigurd, you know I love you since the day I signed those papers. Aww. I didn't set out on having kids, but I have to say it is a life-changing experience. I can't say I ever thought about children myself. You're way too young to be thinking about that. Yeah, but maybe later in life. It's a big change. Children are a huge financial and emotional burden. Wow, I'm literally sitting right here. And we've been literally waiting for you to finish your turn. You're just being mean because I'm about to win the round. Siggy lays down a card and ends his turn. You immediately snatch his discard into your hand and finish the stage. Looks like neither of you are winning tonight. Damn it, I needed one more card. The next few stages go by quickly with Siggy and Sigmund alternating wins. By the end of the game, you are the victor with the most stages won. Beginner's luck. You said that the first 6 times I beat you in a card game. Heh, that was fun. We should play more. Maybe I should get back into video games. About ready for bed? Yeah, I'm beat. Me too. Are you fine sleeping on the couch tonight? Yeah, it's no problem. I'll grab a spare blanket. Thanks. Okay, well I'm off to bed too, I suppose. Good night. Sigmund returns from the hallway with a pillow and a fluffy blanket. You turn off the lights as the 2 dragons leave for their bedroom. With another big yawn, you sprawl out the couch and make yourself comfortable. You find yourself having a nightmare. Siggy and Sigmund are both running towards you, their faces in panic and fear. Devin! Get out of here! They both cry frantically at you while you feel yourself start to drift further away from them. Behind the 2 running dragons is a rolling back of dark smoke with streaks of purple lightning from inside. Who will he save? Who will be sacrificed? You recognize the voice as the announcer for the occult documentary series. Looks like our contestant needs to make a choice soon, or both these dragons will end up swallowed by the darkness. I can't. But you must. Only time to save one. Who will it be? You reach out one of your arms to grab Siggy or Sigmund. Okay, so I mentioned earlier we'll be doing Siggy's route, Siggy's solo route, so I'm sorry Sigmund, I'll be choosing Siggy. You grab Siggy's arm and pull him with you. The rolling darkness swiftly engulfs Sigmund and his cries fade into the torrent of deafening thunder. Oh no, Sigmund, I'm sorry. I'm so heartbroken. Dad! You wake up in a cold sweat as you hear something clang in the kitchen. A bit shaken from the nightmare, you decide to check out what's going on in the kitchen. Siggy? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Thank goodness you're not a ghost. Oh, I hope I didn't wake you up making noise. I just needed a late night snack. It's okay, I was just having a bad dream. Yeah? What about? Not quite understanding it yourself, you decide to lie. I don't really remember. Aw, well, would you like to spend the night in my room? Yeah, I would. Okay, come. You follow Siggy back to his room. Trying to take your mind off of your recent nightmare, you walk straight over to his bed and lay down. Siggy says nothing as he rolls over onto the other side. Already, the warm proximity to the young dragon puts you at ease and you make yourself comfortable against him. Siggy drapes an arm over your chest and strokes your fur until you fall asleep again. You are untroubled by dreams the rest of the night. At some point before the sunrise, you move back to the couch in the living room. As you still have not decided on who to date, it would be a bad look to be seen walking out of the other's bedroom. As soon as you start to fall asleep again, your phone on the coffee table begins to buzz. You crack open an eye, and as you start to read the notification, you could hear Siggy's phone go off in his room upstairs. The message indicated you have a package for your room back at the dorm. The books you ordered for your classes have arrived, and that means you can start on some of the course reading required for the start of the next semester. You let out a long yawn before you hear noise coming from the kitchen again. Sitting up, you make your way back into the kitchen. In the kitchen, you find Sigmund starting a pot of coffee and dressed. Oh good, you're up. Morning. Good morning. I know this is last minute, but would you like to go grab some donuts? There's a bakery across the street from the ice cream joint I like. It's just a few blocks away, and it's really nice outside this morning. Good morning. Damn it, son. Put on some pants. I'm gonna. Devin, did you see the notification? Our books are in. Yeah, it woke me up this morning. Yay, we can do our assignment together. You look at both dragons who stare at you as you stand there in your shorts. The dream from last night replays in your thoughts as you are put in a position to choose between them once more. Who are you going to go with? Okay, so we have to choose Siggy for now. Sorry, Sigmund. Help Siggy. Sorry, Sigmund. No need to apologize. Schoolwork comes first. Thanks for understanding. Well, I'm off. There's some fresh coffee in the pot. See you later. They wave goodbye and Sigmund leaves for the bakery. Want to go ahead and grab our books? Sure, but shouldn't you really get dressed first? Oh, yeah. I suppose I should do the same. As Siggy returns upstairs, you go to brush your teeth and throw on a set of clean clothes. After a cup of coffee, you're ready to go. I can't believe Professor Hercules already posted assignments during the summer. I heard he was a workaholic. I can't believe he's addicted to working out. You seen that guy's chest? Yeah, kind of hard not to. Ready to go? Sure, I can drive us. Okay, thanks. You both head out to your car. The drive back to the university is quick. Your dorm is still mostly empty as the other students are gone for the summer. The mailroom has a wall lined with locked boxes for each resident. You and Siggy retrieve your books from your respective mailboxes and decided to drop them off back in your room. Wow, it feels like forever since I've been back here. You've only been back at home for a month. I know, I just wanted it to be longer. Come on, it can't be that bad. It might not be a surprise, but I don't like all the schoolwork. But Dad said it was important to have a proper education. Yeah, my mom was the same way. And you're not that bad at it. Devin. Hmm? There's something I must confess. Honestly, I was close to dropping out after last semester. What? Don't tell my dad, but yeah. I didn't really feel like I was cut out for this. But then you started to help me with my schoolwork. Oh. I was embarrassed to find a tutor in any of my classes, but you just took the time to help me without me having to ask. And I started doing better too. Well, yeah, you just needed a little extra push to understand. Since starting college, I haven't made a lot of friends. And after the other night, I don't want that to change. That's why I think you should go ahead and go out with my dad. What? You heard me. Please, just go out with him and we can still be friends. Siggy? It doesn't matter who I'm dating. I will always be your friend. Really? Of course. So, it wouldn't be awkward if you and I were going out? We've roomed together for a year. If we started dating, then it would just be a convenience. So, even if it didn't work out, you wouldn't mind still sharing a dorm and helping me study? Siggy, you are and will always be my friend. Aw, Devin. Siggy lunges forward and pulls you into a tight hug. His grip is so firm, you hear your back pop from the force. Sorry. As he sets you down from the bone-crushing hug, you are able to breathe once more. So you want to start on the assignment? Sure, that way we won't have to worry about it for the rest of summer. Also, since you're still thinking about it, next time we're free, would you like to go hang out at the park with me? That sounds nice, sure. It's been a while since I've spent some time outdoors. Yay! Well, enough dilly-dallying. We should get started now if you plan to finish the assignment today. Okay. You both open your new book and let out a long sigh. The course book contained paragraphs of boring information and reference charts with colorful diagrams. Lists of dry statistics line the outer margins of the pages, and you have 2 chapters of content to get through. Thankfully, the assignment itself is only a page long. You finish reading much quicker than Siggy and begin on answering the questions listed on the assignment post. By the time you get the last few questions, Siggy just started on his. Looking up after the last question, you already see the younger dragon staring at you. What? I need your help. Okay, what question are you stuck on? What's a gonad? It's just gonad, and it's the organ that produces sex cells for animals. Well, in this diagram of a male primate, they show them to be here between the legs. Yep. Oh, so they're the same as testicles? Yes, and also ovaries. Some species such as snails have both. Why do they have to have so many different words for the same thing? I don't know the answer to that, but you'll just have to get used to it. It takes him 4 times longer than you, but Siggy makes it through the rest of the assignment while keeping his questions for you to a minimum. You take a moment to help double-check his answers, and to your surprise, he got them all right. Wow, you're doing much better. It's all thanks to you. Aw, thanks. Well, now that's out of the way, what do you want to do? You know, we never finished Ancient Sphere. Holy smokes, you're right. That was the whole reason I invited you over the first time. Well, I have to drive you back anyways. Yep, let's go. Without further delay, you drive back with Siggy to his house. Sigmund left half a dozen jelly-filled donuts on the counter when you both get back. You and Siggy destroy the pastries and spend the rest of the day finally beating the nightmarish game.